Good morning students, welcome once again your chemistry class. So today start with your organic section. That's the name of chapter is biomolecules. So the basic introduction. You all know that biomolecules are the organic compounds that is present in a living organism. So organic compounds main constitute that is a carbon and hydrogen that is present in a organic compounds. So here definitions biomolecule states that macromolecules which are natural occur in biological system are called biomolecules. Here are some example of biomolecule, that is your starch, cellulose, protein, enzyme, vitamins, hormones, etc. So these are the examples of biomolecules. So this biomolecule chapter is the first topic, carbohydrates. So you all know that carbohydrates are the natural occurring organic compounds and it is a major source of energy to our bodies. So in plants, carbohydrates are formed as a result of photosynthesis. This reaction you can see here. So definition carbohydrates. These are the optically active polyhydroxy aldehydes and ketone or compounds which produce such unit on hydrolysis. So here example carbohydrates, that is your glucose, sucrose, cellulose, etc. So these are the examples of carbohydrate. So here classification of carbohydrates, and this has been classified on the number of ways. First one is your based on product of hydrolysis. Under these classify into three categories. You can see here first one is your monosaccharide, second is your oligosaccharide and third one is your polysaccharide. So first monosaccharide states that these simple carbohydrates which cannot broken into further into the small units on hydrolysis. This is known as monosaccharide. Further repeat, simple carbohydrates which cannot break further into the small units, small molecules on the hydrolysis. Here example glucose, fructose, ribose, etc. These are the example of monosaccharide. Here journal formula you see here, CH2O whole to n power is n varies from 3 to 7. Second is your classification based on the product of hydrolysis, that is oligosaccharide. So it states that these are the carbohydrates which on hydrolysis to give the 2 to 10 units of monosaccharide, and monosaccharides example is here glucose, fructose and ribose. So here the oligosaccharide example, that is sucrose and maltose. Third one is your polysaccharides. So these are the carbohydrates which produce large number of monosaccharides. Under the polysaccharides, that is produce a large number of monosaccharides on hydrolysis, that is your polysaccharide. So here example starch, cellulose, etc. And this is general formula for polysaccharide C6H10O5 whole N, and the value of N is not defined. Okay, so next classification is your based on taste. Okay, carbohydrates with sweet taste is called sugar, and while those without a sweet taste is called non-sugar. So all the mono and oligosaccharides are sugar and polysaccharides are non-sugar. Okay, third classification is based on nature. So carbohydrates which reduced Toll's reagent and filling solution are called reducing sugar, and while the carbohydrates which do not reduce these reagent are called non-reducing sugar. Okay, I further repeat, based on nature, when the carbohydrates which reduced through Toll's reagent and filling solution are called reducing sugar, and while the carbonates which do not reduced these reagents are called non-reducing sugar. And Toll's reagent is the chemical formula composition, that is your ammonical silver nitrate. Okay, So here arises a reducing and non-reducing sugar term. So first is your reducing sugar, that states that reducing sugar, those carbohydrates which contain free aldehyde and ketonic group, aldehyde or ketone groups, that is present in free aldehyde and ketone group in carbohydrates and reduce through failing solution and tolerance reagent are called reducing sugar. So example, all the monosaccharides, maltose and lactose, etc. These are the examples of reducing sugar. Second one is your non-reducing sugar term. So those sugar which do not have free aldehyde or ketonic group and do not reduce failing solution or tolerance reagent are called non-reducing sugar. Here example, sucrose. So this is the classification of carbohydrate. First one is your based on the product of hydrolysis, second one is your based on taste, and third one is your based on nature, that is further classified into reducing sugar and non reducing sugar. So thank you and have a nice day.